Hello, my name is Alicia Cottrell, and this is Lights, Camera, Action. So we have Breanna Wilson here. Welcome.
Hey.
So Breanna has been acting in our films in Tantrum and in Mallet Hill, which is our series. Yes. All right. So Breanna, tell me a little bit about, we'll start with Mallet Hill. Tell me about your character there.
So my character's name is Vanessa. And Vanessa is dealing with some family issues, and then she reconnects with a blast from the past who's kind of dealing with his own issues, and you'll have to watch for more.
That's right. And y'all just be on the lookout because Mallet Hill will be dropping some of the series this year, 2026. All right. And also, Breanna is in Tantrum, our newest movie that we're filming that we're almost done with right now. So Breanna, can you tell us a little bit about your character for Tantrum?
Yeah, so for Tantrum, I am a news reporter, and my name is Imani. And Imani is covering the story as far as the fentanyl case, the murders, and she's just out there in the community, you know, getting to it. Like, she's that news reporter that's on the scene, that's gonna give you the first take. She works for Channel 1 News, and she is ready to bring, you know, the community what they need and what they want to hear, basically.
Okay, good. And Breanna has done a great job, because when I tell you that anytime we call on Breanna, like, hey, it's time to film, she's ready, right? She's ready. And her daughter is also in Tantrum, but we will talk with her in a later time. So Breanna, can you tell us how you got into acting?
Yeah, so I've always been told I was a little bit on the dramatic side.
No.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe that either.
But as a kid, I was the only child for about 7 years. So the first 7 years of my life, I was pretty bored. And so I used to look in the mirror, and I had a full-length mirror in my room, and I would act out scenes. Some of them would be scenes from movies, and some of them would be made-up scenes in my head because I have a wild imagination. And so I started getting in drama because they had a drama ministry at my church when I was little. And so my mom walked in on me one day, and I was like, you know, acting in the mirror, and next thing I know, I'm in a play.
I know
A play at church, written by Miss Valerie Tresvant. It actually won at the Gullah Festival in Charleston, won an award that year. It was a play we did where I was the annoying little sister to a teenager. She was really mean to me. But that kind of catapulted, like, you know, the acting career, quote unquote. But I really didn't make it a thing until 2023. I went to college, I studied journalism, and I don't know, you've probably heard it like, oh, theater is not a real major, or acting is not a real major, you know, major in something real. So that's kind of what I was told by like my advisor and stuff at college where I went to school. And so it had me thinking like, okay, because my plan was to graduate with a degree in theater, go to New York, and just be on the big screen. Right. You know, I thought it was that easy.
Right, just like that.
Exactly, I just thought. But I found out it wasn't. And they pushed me more towards, you know, journalism. And then I fell in love with education. And so I kind of put the acting dreams on hold. I became a mom. So, you know, life happened. I went to an agency that was doing like open casting calls, and the lady told me, she said, I love how you read the script, I love how you read the monologue. This was when I was about 25. I just I had a 2-year-old daughter, and I was, you know, out of college and everything. It just got in my master's, and I was just trying to figure out what my next move was gonna be. She said, I love how you did it. You're a little too big for what we need. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, you know, acting, in my opinion, should show real life. It should show real people. Like, everybody's not 110 pounds soaking wet, you know? And so that kind of made me want to do it even more, because it's like I was told I couldn't do it. Right. And so life happened. I ended up having my second child, still working and that type of stuff. So when I finally decided to chase my dreams, it wasn't until 2023, which was just 3 years ago. I was 32 years old, and I decided to audition for something that was casting, and I got cast in my first role, my first paying role. It was Fatal Attraction on TV1.
Right.
So I had to go to Knoxville to film that, and from then, like, the castings kind of kept going. Like, so I did a lot of work with Jupiter Entertainment, who handles Fatal Attraction for TV1 and other shows too. I've worked with them several times. I worked with you all several times. And then I've also worked with Freely Films. There's a writer, his name is Jay Carter. He's done a couple of films and I've been an extra for him.
Okay.
Still haven't moved to New York and been on the big screen like that. But I love being able to do it, especially here locally, like what y'all are doing in Columbia. I think that's so important because kids from Columbia who have those big dreams, they feel like how I felt as a kid, like, oh, you got to move away to do it. But you guys are showing them that you can do it here. So shout out to y'all.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Good. And you are moving your daughter, like you say, she has aspirations of being an actress, and she's been in our film, and so. What do you think that she's going to take from actually being in the film here locally, like you said?
Yeah, I think she's going to see that I might be in a small town or, a smaller city, but I can still make my dreams come true and I can go after what I want. As a kid, I had the mindset that, oh, if I move to this place, it's going to come to me. But as an adult, I'm seeing I can be right here and it's going to come to me. Like what is for you is you're going to excuse me, Lord, you're gonna attract it, you know? And so I hope that she understands that, no matter where you are in the world, you can chase your dreams. So even though you're in small Columbia, you still can be on Tubi or Amazon Prime or, whatever streaming platform, because you can make it happen anywhere.
Right, you're right. And these days and times, it is more prevalent to you can see it more in smaller places because we have Tubi and Amazon Prime, so it gives people an opportunity to be on the TV and just be seen and to practice their craft.
Yeah, and shout out to social media too. Social media platforms like social media, Tubi, for independent filmmakers, they really just give the average person the chance to be seen and the chance to really do what you love. And I'm a firm believer that you do what you love and the money will follow. Whatever it is that you need will follow.
Right.
You just have to, be committed to it. And, acting is just something I love. Like I've always... It sounds crazy, but I never wanted to be anything when I grew up. It's like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that. But if I'm an actress, I can be this and that every day.
Right.
I'm emulating any job. I'm emulating everybody. And I just fell in love with acting. Movies got me through the hardest days of my life. Movies got me through sad moments. When I am happy or need some comforting, I go to a good movie, some of my comfort movies. So I like the fact that as an actress, you can be a part of that, for somebody else. Like somebody can watch Tantrum when they're in a bad mood or sad or feeling some type of way. They can watch Mallet Hill and it's like, oh, I resonate with these characters, or these characters are taking my mind off the real world, the craziness of really what's going on. So I like being that for people.
Right, that's good. Okay, so if people wanted to get in contact with you, how would they find you on social media?
Oh, you're going to be mad at me. I actually deactivated all my social media a few days ago. I needed like a brain cleanse, and social media, while it's great, it can have you comparing. And comparing yourself to like other people and where you're at and where you're not. And so I personally needed a brain cleanse. So I'm going to say you can email me, old school.
Email her.
I do check my email frequently because I'm looking for connections and business opportunities and just people to, mingle with and things like that. But, well, not like that. Y'all know what I mean. Not mingle with like that.
Don't mingle with it like that.
Not mingle like that. But I do like it when people reach out and they're like, "Hey, I saw you on this. Can you help me?" I'm not a gatekeeper. So if I know somebody like wants to do acting or is a writer and wants to be connected to people who are producing, I'm not that type of person that's gonna hold you back. So I can be reached for like personal or business at Breanna, which is BREANA Wilson@yahoo.com. And I may pop up on your For You page or something when I turn back on my social media.
She's gonna turn it back on.
Yeah, I will. It was nice having a little break though, being kind of incognito. Everybody's texting me like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm good. I'm actually good. I'm clearing my head."
Yeah. That's good. And it's crazy when people they see you off of social media, they think something is wrong. Right. All right, so with that being said, we have introduced Breanna Wilson, and like she said, whenever she comes back on social media, y'all, she will be reachable. But if you want to email her, you can email her. All right, so with that being said, we are going to conclude this episode of Lights, Camera, Action, and Lights Out.